Hi, I'm Sil, and this is Slow Easy English. What's the difference between embarrassed and ashamed? Well, depending on your native language, these two words in English might be confusing for you. So, for example, let's say you go to an office party and you have a few drinks, and this makes you want to dance. So you start dancing, and you dance like Donald Trump. Please don't dance like that. But if you did, would you feel embarrassed or would you feel ashamed? Or how about a slightly different situation? At another office party, you go, you have a few drinks, and you get a little bit more drunk than you wanted to. So you're drinking and you're spilling drinks all over the place, and you're hitting on all women at work, and you're telling them, that they have big. Okay, so the meaning of embarrassed, when you are embarrassed, it means that you have a bad feeling inside of you because of how you think other people will see you. So, some other examples of something that might be a little embarrassing might be, for example, if you go, how many times have I said, for example? So, for example, let's say you go to a nice restaurant, actually any restaurant, and you spill your drink all over yourself, right? Well, in this case, you would feel embarrassed because you would feel like, if anybody saw me, then they might think that I'm stupid or clumsy or somehow, not good enough. And so that is a situation where you would feel embarrassed. However, ashamed is when you feel bad about yourself, your own behavior. You feel bad about how you view yourself as a person. Usually it's after you've done something bad. So, an example of this would be you get drunk and you go home and you get into a fight with your wife and you punch her. Then you might later, after you are sober again, you might feel ashamed because it's not about how other people see you, it's how you see yourself. You might think, wow, I did a terrible, terrible thing, and I feel bad because I did that terrible thing. Okay, so let's go through a few examples and try to figure out how you would feel in these situations. Would you feel embarrassed or would you feel ashamed? So the first situation might be you go to the store and you buy something. Let's say that item is $5 and you give the cashier $20, and the cashier mistakenly gives you, instead of $15 in change, the cashier gives you $25 in change. In this case, you think, I got $10 too much. Yay! And you put it in your pocket. And then a little bit later, you're walking home and you're thinking, you know, that $10, that $10 might come out of the cashier's paycheck because at the end of the day, she will be $10 short. And that cashier probably doesn't make a lot of money. And so I took $10 from someone who already doesn't make enough money, I feel bad. Do you feel embarrassed or do you feel ashamed? In this case, you might feel ashamed because no one knows that you took the extra $10 and you knew you had 10 extra dollars and you didn't tell the cashier, you didn't give it back. No one knows. So it's not embarrassment. It can't be embarrassment. Nobody knows. Remember, embarrassment is when you feel bad because of what you think other people will think. So in this case, it would be ashamed, not embarrassed. How about this situation? Let's say you are at work and everything is normal, or so you think, and your coworker pulls you aside and says, "Hey, Sil, come here. What? You have toilet paper stuck to your shoe." And then I look down. Oh, I don't know how long. Maybe I went to the bathroom maybe an hour ago, and I look on my shoe. There is a piece of toilet paper this long trailing from my shoe everywhere that I have been walking at the office. In this case, do I feel embarrassed or do I feel ashamed? I would feel embarrassed, but I would not feel ashamed because I didn't do anything bad, but I would probably worry a little bit about how other people view me. You know, they would look at me, they would laugh, they go, ah, he has toilet paper on his shoe, right? So I would feel bad about how other people view me. So that would be embarrassed. How about this situation? You are at home, you're alone, and you're carrying a glass of milk and you're carrying a plate of whatever your dinner is that night, because you want to eat in front of the television. So you're carrying a glass of milk and a plate of food, and you also want ketchup. So you have your ketchup in your arm here, and you want salt and pepper. So you've got that here, and you're walking to the TV, being very careful. And then, for some reason, your foot catches the rug and you fall and you spill the milk and the food and the ketchup and the salt and pepper, and everything goes on the floor. Do you feel embarrassed or ashamed? Aha, this one is a trick question. So you would not feel ashamed because you didn't do anything bad. And you would not feel embarrassed because there's no one there to see it. So you don't feel bad about how other people will view you. So in this case, you would not feel ashamed and you wouldn't feel embarrassed. But you might feel a little stupid for carrying so many things at once. But not embarrassed and not ashamed. Okay, one more situation to think about. Let's say you go to a casino and you're thinking, okay, I'm only going to gamble with $100 because I need the rest of my money to pay for my rent and my food and pay for my kids' clothes, all that other stuff that you have to pay for. So you go to the casino to have fun and you lose $100 in 1 hour. And you're like, well, this is not fun. I think I was really unlucky. You know what? I think I'll get my money back if I just keep playing because clearly I simply didn't have enough time to have good luck come my way. So you go to the bank machine and you withdraw another $100 and you play with that and you lose that. And so Now you're thinking, well, this bad luck can't continue. I've been unlucky now for 2 hours. Okay, I'm going to go to the bank machine and get $500. I'm going to make my $200 back and I'm going to win another $200. So you go to the bank machine and you take out another $500 and you play with that, and oh no, you've lost that too. Now you've lost $900. But this is crazy. Bad luck can't continue like that. So you go back to the bank machine, you take out another $500, and you proceed to lose that too. Now you have no more money in the bank. You can't withdraw anything else. So you go home very depressed because of all the money you lost. Do you feel ashamed or embarrassed? Okay, well, in this case, you would probably feel ashamed, right? You feel bad that you lost all that money. This is how you see yourself, and you think, oh, why did I lose control and lose all that money? I was only supposed to play with $100 and I lost all that money. So that's the difference between embarrassed and ashamed. I hope this video helped you understand that better. And if it did, don't forget to click like. I will see you in the next video. Bye.